All right, so I talked a little bit about this in the reviews from the previous set. I do think him stopping is stress. And so the way that I would handle it is to do as much outside of the ring as you can to help alleviate that stress. So, walking him around, letting him get used to the environment, doing maybe some simple tricks for treats outside of the ring, but in the general area where all of the noise and the dogs are. Pay attention to how he looks. Is he nervous about the dogs that are outside of the ring? Or is it stress from the start line itself? In which case, doing a lot of start line training that's just all 100% positive, lots of rewarded repetitions, rewarding after the first jump in practice. And my question is if you have any stickiness in practice or if this is only in the ring. And that'll give us some clues as well. So that's how I would handle that. I think doing a running start where you can is a good Band-Aid for now. Maybe you might also take notice if shorter lead outs are better than longer. And I'm wondering if you have any sense of whether he is just, thinking that you're testing him maybe on the start. And so maybe a cleaner release word is something to work on, making sure that you release with the same word. I personally, I don't know if you've done any of this, but, some people will proof their dog to things like Oklahoma when their release word is okay. And to me, that kind of goes a step too far. So, I guess the question is, do you feel like he thinks you're tricking him? Or do you feel like he's just so stressed out that he isn't ready to start? So that's kind of my thoughts there. Nice job here. You end up getting pretty close to this jump before you're able to do the rear cross. But I think that he needed that support there. So I think you do a good job managing, basically. I don't think that you could have done too much different there. Again, here's these big open spaces, and I think this is not very AKC in terms of the spacing, and so he's probably not as used to it. And again, you do a good job of just continuing to support the correct obstacle. And he is very much in this awkward stage of relatively low commitment, meaning he doesn't commit to obstacles well because most inexperienced dogs don't. And so you can't leave him to get to other places. You have to kind of watch and you have to help him. And that piece of it will get better over time. Okay, so this into the tunnel. Yeah, I think probably a front cross would have been a little bit better there. A rear cross is a very pressure move. And he's at this point not dealing with that pressure as well. And especially a rear cross into a tunnel, you have to put so much pressure on the dog so that they know that it's coming because they lose their peripheral vision. So I think that if you can get that front end, that's probably better. Lovely rear cross here. Commit the dog, put pressure on the line. Beautiful turn right into the tunnel. You're totally used to pulls, so no problem there. Beautiful. Good job connecting out of this tunnel, making sure that your dog is with you and sees you. And nice finish. Great job.